it's me, Holly, again. Okay, so firstly, I wanted to have a chat to you about what's happening with the videos. I've been trying to put a really beautiful background music to the videos, but I haven't had much luck with that. So I had a beautiful background meditation music to the video that talks about what resonates with you, and I'd had all these views and I had 3 likes on it and it was doing really well. And then I had to delete it because I don't think you can change the video. You can't upload a new one into its place. So I had to delete it because once I put it up to YouTube, the next day I got a message saying that it had copyright infringement, even though I had downloaded it from Pixabay and it's meant to be like free. You know, it's copyright free or whatever it is. I forget what they're called. You are allowed to download them, but through YouTube I'm not allowed to use them. So I deleted that one. With my editing software, the only good music I have is the piano music that I keep using on here. Their meditation music is awful. I've already tried all the different ones and they just don't sound right at all. So what I can do is one of 2 things. I can either make that piano music very soft, because I've had a few people come back and tell me that it's too loud and it's very distracting, or I can just leave the YouTube videos with no music in the background for now. So if you can let me know in the comments what you prefer from the videos that you've already watched and from this one. The very first one I actually forgot to put music in it, but then I remember from my previous YouTube channel, the Easy Mind Easy Life, that there were a few people there already asking me to do the videos without the music. They were finding it too distracting. So that's the first issue. So unfortunately, that beautiful video that had already had all those views and already had likes on it, I had to delete it and I had to remake it with this piano music that I've been using the whole time. So I thought I'd explain here what's going on with it and why I choose that music. I've asked a few friends at the moment if they're able to make me a meditation soundtrack that I can use to put in the background. I could make it myself, but I have a million things going on at the moment. Truly, I've got so many things going on that I don't have time to sit and do that as well as everything else that's going on in my life right now. So let me know in the comments, would you prefer the videos without any music in the background, or are you happy to have that piano music for now playing very softly in the background, so at least there's something there and it's not just, you know, yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I've learned with both. Most of the courses I've done did not have any music in the background. The course I did with Rika, it was just her videos and her just talking, or just audios of her talking, so I didn't even get to watch, but there was no music in the background, you know, and I learned a lot from that course. Having said that, I did the course with Melissa Crowhurst that owns Natural Healer, where I did my Reiki course, and her beautiful course all has music in the background, and that was really beautiful. My course with Vicky Gould, the Life-Changing Energy, she didn't have any music playing in the background either. So, you know, I did prefer the one with Natural Healer. I do like having the music in the background, but everyone's different. So I thought if most people that are on here just want to receive the messages and they're getting too distracted with the music and they don't want it, it's just as easy for me to leave it out when I'm editing the videos. So just let me know. So that's basically what's been going on. That's why the videos I started and then there was a gap and then I started again. I think there was like I'm trying to think whether 3 or 4 days gap between the first batch of videos and the ones that are coming out now. It's because I've been trying to find really soothing meditation music to sit in the background. So that was basically what was happening there. But when I did find one that I really liked, I posted it up and then I had to delete it. So on Facebook, I am posting the same videos and they do all have that beautiful meditation music in the background. So you might prefer to listen to them there. If you want the music in the background, I'll post the link in the description of the Facebook page. I'm not sure if it's on there. It should be, but I'll post it anyway in case you need it. While I'm here, I remember in the last few videos, I mentioned at one point that I want to mention it here because it'll be leading into the very next video, and I think is really important. I mentioned that my childhood was very, very simple, you know, compared to other childhoods that are traumatic, of children that have to grow up in war, or children that have to grow up in homes where there's sexual abuse or domestic violence, or all those sorts of scenarios, you know, from all the different homes around the world, you know, all the different childhoods that are playing out. And, you know, today I was really thinking about it because that was a topic that came up very strongly in You Can Change Your Past. The book that I published in February. It's actually the last book I've published because I have one now at the publisher, but it's in its editing stages. I haven't published it yet. In this book, it talks about that a lot. About when we say to others, you can't understand because you haven't been through it. Does that sound familiar? You know, when you're looking at others and you're looking at their experiences and you feel within yourself, well, you can't understand what I've been through because you haven't been through it. My childhood was so simple. I had both of my parents. I had a beautiful home. My dad was a builder, so he renovated the house that we originally bought, this tiny little 3-bedroom fibro house. And he completely rebuilt it. You wouldn't recognize that house, you know, if you walked past it. It was all brick and it was massive. We had a huge kitchen at the back. We had a huge rumpus room, which in those days was unheard of. We had 2 bathrooms, which again wasn't very common in those days. You know, we had everything. And I remember getting to, I think, early 20s, heading towards my 20s and early 20s, 21, 22, actually, from 22, 23. I sunk into a very deep depression. And for someone who had a simple life, who had everything, you know, I had food, I had clothes, I had my parents. I didn't suffer domestic violence between my parents. You know, I didn't suffer sexual abuse from any of my parents or from any of my neighbors or in any way as a child. And yet, in my early 20s, I had sunk into a depression and I didn't want to be here anymore. I would spend my days and nights praying to God to take me because I'd had enough. So, you know, in the next few videos, we're going to talk more about that. A gift that I was given in You Can Change Your Past. One day I was doing this beautiful Reiki healing for someone overseas. It was a distance healing. They'd asked me to do this for them. And in this distance healing, we were asking the inner child to reveal to us the trauma that she had experienced in her childhood, because this person was having a very hard time remembering and was in and out of memories. Like, she'd have flashbacks and she wasn't sure if they were real or if she had imagined them, or it was that she was that traumatized that she didn't know what was real and what was not from her childhood. So she asked me to do a Reiki healing, specifically asking for her inner child to come forward and to reveal what had happened. And the experience for me was quite profound, because it wasn't I went in and I saw it like I'm watching a movie. What actually happened in this session when I went in was that I was her. I was this inner child. She allowed me to enter her, and I was able to see everything that was going on. I was able to feel everything that she was feeling. And for days afterwards, I think I'm trying to think how long after. I think I spent a good 2 to 3 weeks after that event where I kept getting waves and waves of flashbacks that I would, the next day have to be sending off to this person and saying, look, she just revealed this other memory of what had happened. And there was another memory, and then there was another memory. And in the end, she thanked me because she said, I could see those things, but she said they were so distorted that I couldn't work out if they were real or if I had imagined them. Like if it had really happened or if I had imagined that it had happened. And it was quite an experience for me, not having been through it in this lifetime, to have been put in that place, to be able to witness everything firsthand that this person had been through. The fear, the shame, the guilt, all of it. It was quite a beautiful moment for me, because I felt in that moment that we were one. I was one with her inner child, but I was also one with her. I could understand why she couldn't see if it was real or not real. If she was imagining it, if it really happened. Because the pain inside of her, the fear, the trauma had created like a wall. It had blocked out her being able to see, because it was so painful. That a parent could actually do this to a child. So, I've had my experiences, which I am going to share in the next few videos. But even though I didn't have that experience at the age of 21, 22, I was still in a depression asking God, please take me. I don't want to be here anymore. I was that sad that I'd had enough of being on earth in this life. I'd had enough. And in this next video, we're going to talk more about that. All right, my darlings, I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And let me know in the comments if you prefer the videos with the music or without, or if you'd be happy for me to try to make it even softer and see how you go with that. I am doing the next few videos with much softer music, so we'll see how that goes. Okay? Bye for now.